479 Samster. Welcome back to another video. In today's show, I found out that Zack Films have lots of clones. Yeah. Here, so the number one is Zack Films or Zack Flems. I'm gonna check his video. I know that I know it says subscribe. Like, I know that Zachy Films cologne is like very crazy. Let's see, what kind of picture is that? Like, brother, what's wrong with it? All right, I'm gonna watch some shorts of it, so we're gonna check.
Did you know that give me this joy. Did you know that
Okay, alright. What is wrong with the guy's voice? He's laughing out loud, like holy cow, like how he's like, like laughing when he's talking. And wait, did he put the razor in his mouth? Let's see. He is a Remington like one. Wait, bro, why is he in the military? Is he Adolf Hitler? Wait, he looks like this guy. Let me see. He looks like this. Boy, look like that guy. Look like this. Boy, look like Dennis the Menace Senior. Boy, look like Dennis Menace Senior. Boy, look like Dennis Menace Senior. Boy, look like Dennis Menace Senior. Like you going mixed to Germans. Boy looks like Dennis the Menace Senior. Boy look like Dennis Menace Senior. Boy look like Dennis Menace Senior going to World War II in German. Alright, what's next?
Always starts by controlling the hotspots and trying to occupy triple word score cells. This will almost guarantee your winning. But never just chase long words. You see, placing high-value letters...
Alright, really? It sounds like a Walt Disney witch sounds. And why he says supercalifragilisticexpialidocious? Because that's old.
Like Q or Z on these cells can net you over 50 points
Zax.
in a single move, even with a 3-letter...
Bro, he says Zax, but that doesn't make sense.
word. But if your opponent is still ahead, pull out a Polish WZ.
Oh!
Always starts by...
That's not you're gonna win in Scrabble. You have to... Here's like a big directions. You have to match the words, not pull a gun. Like, are you dumb?
Real cocktails.
Oh no.
If a chicken eats charcoal, will it lay black eggs later? You see, eggshell
No. What look like Donald Duck?
Predetermined and is formed in the oviduct just hours before the egg is laid. Generally, the color depends on the color of the chicken's feathers. Darker chickens lay brown eggs, and lighter ones lay white eggs. However, if the chicken eats crossbones, if a chicken
Boy, there's no LeBron James in the how chicken lay black eggs. Boy, they don't have LeBron James and explosions. Wait, what?
U.S. soldiers would intentionally make small holes in the ground to listen for enemies underground. You see, enemy forces often dug tunnels and planted explosives beneath their trenches. This was a very dangerous practice because enemies always. U.S. soldiers would
Bro,
intentionally
what
make
kind
small
of that?
holes in the ground.
Is that a BBC pipe in his mouth? Like this is not It's not like a 1950s cartoons. This is pure gone.
He pressed all buttons in the elevator using his child face to stop on every floor in the building.
What?
You see, his kid wanted to find a secret combination of buttons that will break down the lift. But the elevator control system is programmed to miss such a command because it leads to overload of relays and brake pads. However, if you press this secret combination, it will bring you. Ooh. He pressed all buttons in the
It
elevator
says,
using his child.
ooh! Bro, is he bullying his son? Bro, is he bullying his son? Like, what the heck? What's next?
always start with the narrow triple 20 section to gain the most amount of points. You see, this is the best strategy to reach a score of 500, one that almost guarantees your chance of winning. But never aim for the bullseye in the center, because
Bro,
it's
what
the
kind of
loser
face
strategy.
is that? Is that look like a happy face from McDonald's?
Everyone uses. But if your rival is
Bro,
still
look like
leading,
Happy
simply
from
take a live
McDonald's.
swordfish and fill it with gasoline. After that, put a
Bro,
cup.
that's not how it works. You don't get a like a narwhal and put gasoline and then
Cloth inside the mouth.
put a cloth in it, because that's not how a dart works. That's not when a dart is not put like you got it very correctly on the dart shooting, but don't put like the narwhal, put gasoline and cloth. That doesn't how it works.
It on. Now,
Bro,
always start with the narrow.
he threw it in the guy and start a fire.
Why does going on vacation
Uh-oh.
suddenly make
Oh no.
If crushed with a hydraulic press, how much prime could you extract? You see, prime bottles are mainly composed of water, protein, forest, and a small amount of Optimus Prime. So, if you squeeze it, you could get about 11 ounces of juice. And you can use his hairs as a broom to clean your dirt. If crushed with a hydraulic...
Boy, you don't make like prime out of out of Logan Paul. Are you dumb? And obviously it doesn't have protein in it because it have loads of sugar. Like a little sugar in it. And boy, it don't have Optimus Prime.
press.
Why he said when he it sounds like he's going in the bathroom to take a dookie. And trust me, if you use a hair as a mop, his hair is gonna be dirty looking. And why I found out that Optimus Prime was showing his butt cheeks.
How much prime could you extract? You see, prime...
Neither. And hey, you did good because there's like 85% of coconut water.
Start by applying some soda and toothpaste on the soles of your shoes, rubbing them in with an old brush. You see, baking soda and toothpaste create an oxide that perfectly dissolves dirt and restores the shine of your shoes. Next, add a sprinkle of gunpowder and start rubbing them fast until they catch fire. Start by applying some...
Okay, that's dumb. You don't use baking soda and toothpaste in it, and you don't make like, you know, a toothpaste. And why are you always obsessed with fire? Like, you put gunpowder and you burn your souls. And I don't know that could work with baking soda and toothpaste to make it white. It just make it more worse and worse. Like, boy, that's crazy. Oh man.
Start by placing the Oxford Dictionary into the blender and add 2 raw eggs. Then turn it on and mix them for a few seconds. Finally, pour it into your ass. You see, knowledge
What?
can be absorbed through the intestinal walls directly into the bone marrow. And in an hour, you'll be speaking with a perfect British accent. Every time you try to say, hello, start by
Okay. Okay, you're making something very dumb. Wait, like when you mix like Oxford Dictionary and like 2 eggs, you make like Sam I Am's look like a blending like Mexican turd. Like Sam I Am take a crap out of it from eating all the green eggs and ham, from green ham and green eggs. And boy, you don't learn. Like, if you try to put in your, like, your, hold up. You're not gonna put in your tailbone. Like, boy, you are not gonna put it in your tailbone. Like, that's disgusting. And why you put it in your intestines? Like, is that dumb? Bro, you're dumb. And trust me, you're gonna, like, you're gonna say, like, gonna say UK cursing? You think it's okay with that? And then you're gonna fart a British guard and saying, "Hello, I'm Quanale Dingle here." Okay.
Always start with aiming at the pocket between the first and third pins to ensure a hit rather than the center pin. You see, this specific entry angle creates a chain reaction that always ends into the strike. But if they still refuse to fall, insert your fingers into the ball's holes and swallow it, keeping your arm steady. Then jump inside a Lahitol 95mm. Always start with aiming at the...
Okay, you got it correctly on about bowling, but the ending is dumb. You're trying to put yourself eat a entire bowling ball like you're gonna have something apples for dinner is in your teeth. And boy, you are not in Revolutionary War and go to a 95 milliliter like in a cannon. And boys gonna say, like, boys say, ah, because, like, he's from Daddy Day Camp, like, screaming in top of his lungs in the morning. Or he might be in the bathroom.
I just don't know.
Okay.
Start by squeezing the stem, then use both thumbs to push deep into the hole. Next, wrap your fingers tightly around the apple and squeeze hard, holding the pressure. Then, turn your thumbs outward. This will cause your fingers to squeeze the sides of the apple while your thumbs lift the top. Next, light the fuse and take a big bite with your... Start by squeezing the stem.
You got it right. Like, this is how to open an apple faster. But you got it correctly, but don't put like any kind of like dynamite on the apple. And try and put fire in it. Don't put fire on the apple and try and put it in your butt cheeks and then explode yourself. And try to fart on it.
If you stop trimming your fingernails, most people think they will just grow straight and curl over time. But that's actually not true. You see, the accumulation of bacteria and fungi under the nail plate can cause chronic infections that permanently deform your nail bed. And when you're going to take a shit, you can use them as a scraper. If you stop trimming
okay, alright. Next time, do your best on try and be on topic like Zack, the regular Zack D films. Like, if you're trying to do like What happened if grow your nails faster? That's the easy one because you're educating people. And then the ending part, like don't try to go to the bathroom and don't scratch your butt when you take a good like log, like with a toothbrush. Wait, or a scrubber. Alright.
Always shave with the grain because shaving against it ensures a closer shave but tears the skin and causes irritation. See, until 1745, barbers were also considered surgeons, which explains the red and white stripes on the pole used to represent blood and bandages. This same technique was used by a field barber in the militia during the war, except he uses a Kalishnikov.
Okay. Okay, you think it's appropriate to do like a guy screaming if you're like shaving? And this is not a barbershop. Like, you're not in the barbershop, like, shave your beard. And plus, don't get off topic about that. Like, saying, in 1745, you're saying something about your butt. And, like, they don't do your haircut in the middle of a war. Like, what are you, dumb? My boy messed up, like, he's gonna have his first kid. Boy, like, if he, like, messed one things up, he won't get kids in 40 years. Boy, he won't get kids for 40 years. And trust me, why you like to play, like, bro, he's trying to shoot his customer. This guy is gonna shoot his customer.
They dragged the coffin next to the goal to honor their friend's memory by letting him score the last ball. So one guy...
You think that's appropriate? Is just bring a coffin in the high school gym, like where the Portugal goes? And why is that speed 7? Right next to the coffin for the funeral.
Stepped back to take the shot that should bounce off the coffin straight into the net. But the impact was so strong that the ball...
You hit your buddy! Like, you didn't shoot in the goal. And you're having a coffin right next to it. Like, hopefully it didn't saw you, like, happy.
Two more of their friends.
Okay, why this guy has a stigma like chin? Wait, what? Why you call your friends but you call the ambulance? And you explode some of your videos.
They dragged the coffin.
You explode your videos, bro.
His skull got deformed from breakdancing too much overtime, leaving him a flat, smooth surface. He still wanted to impress.
Boy said, "Oh," and wah! Like boy dude is like, "Whoa!" Like he's forgot some taxes signature. He's that what? Like he forgot something that had happened. And boy, look like he got sliced with a watermelon. It looks flat.
Even if he was too so he decided to show some damage.
Why you said too like he's about to moan someone? And he won't get some girls. And he's doing the cowboy dance.
A fool of himself. And he was later.
Wait, how he's in the sewer? Like when he's dancing, probably someone's suck him down, like a alligator suck him down.
Recruited in the armed forces of the U.S. as a perfect anti-aircraft system for WW3.
Bro, he won't go to World War III with a watermelon head. Like it's sliced in half like a watermelon head, and the car is flipping. Boy, you won't go to World War III. How he got M36 in his legs because it's like hidden.
His
Bro, he spins and there's eagles coming out of him. Like, what is this? What is it? 4th of July?
If your hand got stuck in a jar, how do you get it out? Start by pouring sunflower oil on your hand and rotate it, making it smooth and easy to squeeze. If that doesn't work, pour some whipped cream from your sister's photos to soften your hand. However, if this fucking glass still holds your hand,
Oh, he says the
insert
curse
a
word.
dynamite stick right into the jar. If your hand...
Okay, first of all, if your hand gets stuck, don't be dumb and put some sunflower oil. You have to trick your girlfriend. It's just like you know, put baby oil in your hands or Diddy's oil in your hands. And trust me, this one gets dumber and dumber. And also, why you put whipped cream? Your sister give it to you. Like obviously your sister left you. Boy, your sister left you because you are home alone like Kevin McAllister. Boy, you look like Kevin McAllister. Like, and second of all, you put dynamite in your hands. Obviously, you're gonna get amputated. Your hands will get amputated, bro.
Spending ad dollars on
If a tank fires at you, how many books stacked together can actually protect you? You
None.
see, the tank shell is designed to go through armored metal and stone walls. So even if you stack 30 books tightly together, the shell would easily go through them and kill you. But if you place the Bible in the book stack...
Ew! Why the book moans? And wait, how the Bible works? Because you're shooting a Bible because all the 500 pages are gonna like destroyed. And wait, how Jesus is like, you know, gone down to up to heaven, and then trying to shoot at the tank, and boy, he's gonna like shaking his butt.
If a tank fires
Like,
at
boy,
you,
that's so weird. That's so
Start
dumb.
by placing your front foot behind the front bolts with your toes slightly hanging off the edge, keeping your shoulders parallel with the board to
Good.
maintain balance. Then snap the tail down sharply with your back foot while jumping
Uh-oh.
upwards.
Oh
As the
no.
board rises, slide your front foot
You're
up
gonna
the
kill
grip
your
tape
kid.
and flick off the toe side edge of the nose. But if you fail to perform,
This is
take
not-
the baby and throw it away. Start
This
by
is
placing
not
your
a
front foot behind
skateboard. And I think you explode your kid because your kid has dynamite in his body. And you explode. Like, bro, what the
When's the last time
heck?
you've watched?
place 2 earplugs in your nose. Then fold your tongue
Ew.
out and use your index and
Bro, you don't use earplugs in your nose to not. You do a whistle in your nose, not your mouth.
middle fingers from each hand to push it down. Then press your index fingers into the sides of your mouth and fold your lips over your teeth. This pushes the air over your tongue and through the small gap between your fingers. Finally, take a deep breath and then exhale forcefully. Oh, he shit! Place 2 earplugs.
Bro, why you whistle and then crap himself? That's so dumb. Oh, nasty.
She was cheating on her husband with her father.
Okay.
As soon as they walked into the room, she recognized the sound of her man's motorcycle. She immediately exclaimed,
How's she cheating with her father? Because that's so weird. That's so weird.
quickly, but not inside the closet. That's too obvious. The man was terrified, but managed to jump behind the... She was cheating on her husband.
Bro, why? Does he look like he's from McDonald's, like, the drive-thru and saw Diddy was in the drive-thru? Like, what the heck? Like, he saw a man.
I love it so much.
Why do Japanese kung fu masters wear such large hats that are pulled down over their foreheads? Many people might think that it's to prevent people from seeing their narrow eyes and tears. However, the real reason is that kung fu...
Bro, a kung fu is like Chinese because he said like, yeah, like, yeah, yeah. Like, boy, that looks weird.
Doctors only accept people with flat heads to wear such hats because during combat, the hat can
Bro, he look like he got his slice with another cutting knife. My boy looked like a watermelon slice in half.
be used as an ideal defense with the spinach. Why do Japanese
Bro, he turned himself into a Chinese tornado. That's so
If you
dumb.
touch something and your atoms line up in a perfect line, there is a tiny chance that you will pass through the object like a ghost. But this is statistically impossible. This is
You
because
think that's a portal and drop you down on the floor?
atoms are surrounded by a layer of energy that
Okay.
repels other atoms like a magnet. This creates a small space that separates you, no matter how hard you press. So you actually never touched anything. And my client
You went to
didn't
the
touch
judge?
If you touch something and your atoms line
Does he went to the judge because I pressed the red line? It's probably the fire alarm.
Gird your loins. You got it. This little donut drew a picture of his mom, but she looked like a
Hold on, what he said? What he said?
This little donut drew a picture.
He called him a donut. Why he write his mom look like a idiot? And I think he saved it. Bro, how would he save it under the couch? There might be rodents in there.
His mom, but she looked like
His face is like he's so excited to see his mom, like got not adopted. Why it says Yamaha YT90, like, and so excited and saw it because she's look like she's excited to see her son got adopted. Like, I'm running out of ideas, bro.
Good lord, you're a
Dude, this guy is running out of ideas, like funny ideas.
hairy.
She called her son a hairy dwarf and start moaning. What the
kid was grounded, but she felt guilty for
like a kid was grounded. Yo, guilty for it.
being
Okay, why the mom's he's grounded and he's trying to say, yo, there's Australian people in the war. He's too young for going to war. Boy look like Dennis Menace Sr. on another war. Boy look like Dennis Menace Sr. on another war. Like the Baltic War.
This little donut drew a picture of his mom.
Bro, why there's a
She
apple
shoots samurai armor with a flaming
pay,
crossbow
a
bolt
apple
would
pay
often bounce off
for
the
it.
overlapping lamellae. The armor was constructed with layers of iron and leather, giving it great strength and flexibility. But
Okay.
when flintlock pistols arrived,
That's
they
good.
were upgraded with heavier iron plating that might stop the relatively slow pistol bullets. However, if you shoot Fujimoto Taro Salmon Nigiri Teriyaki with a M26
Okay, why you choose like Fujioto Simon Knight Teragashi with a 26 perishing, like to a knight? Bro, why does it have a Chinese yo? Like, yo! That sound effect. That's not like, it says, can samurai armor stop arrows? Obviously, they will stop with their chest, not with dynamites.
At Handinstone,
if you fall and break your teeth, the dentist might shave down the surrounding area.
Bro, sound
using
like
special
little kids
cement to restore them, as
crying.
they serve as anchor points for the orthodontic wire. This
Okay.
exerts constant pressure that, over time, will
Oh yeah, this is like how to use braces from the orthodontist. If you if you break your teeth, they want you to straight whitening.
straighten your teeth. As a final touch, a state-of-the-art device
Boy, that looks like... Bro looks like a robot to me.
built-in flamethrower will help you stop.
How flamethrower works on your... to stop with... To your dentist restore brokenness with braces in it. You didn't get... Bro, why you had to shoot your client from braces? And why it says how the dentist restores broken... What? Broken
Start
what?
by cutting a wood stick in two. Place them on a tree trunk with the flat side facing inward. Then secure them with 4 large rubber bands. Now, spread the wooden sticks apart using your foot to help you. And use a smaller one to lock the trap
Okay,
in
why you
place,
have to lock
ready for
your
use.
feet
Finally, hang
in
a
it?
couple of bananas as bait, making sure.
Okay. Hold up.
Start by cutting a wood stick
I
in
check in
two.
the comments.
Place them on a tree trunk with the flat side facing inward. Then secure them
Okay,
with 4 large
you made an
rubber
easy tip because you're using your feet and you're trying to put like a stick on it, on the middle.
Now, spread the wooden sticks apart using your
Alright,
foot
good
to help
steps.
you. And use a smaller one to lock the trap in place, ready for use. Finally, hang a couple of bananas.
Okay, bananas work because you're using bait for the monkey.
Bait, making sure not to trip. Start by
Why he's choking himself when he does he accidentally grab the bananas he didn't know is a banana and he's choking on it. Like, hurry!
A hotel minibar.
If you go to sleep and suddenly feel like you're falling, there's actually a
Bro, that
scientific
sounds like
reason
a
for that weird
loud
sensation. This is called
snort.
not pushing your meat before bed, which messes up your body's routine.
Nasty! Why you say not to push your meat? Like, that's disgusting. Like, if you go to sleep, you're making up a, from a doctor, it says, like, if I go to the doctor and I had to do my body routine when I go to sleep, and my doctor said, oh, this is called try not to push your meat. Like, that's disgusting. Like, I want to kick my doctor in the face.
See, your body's so used to the daily ritual.
Why
when you skip it,
why
your
the brain
straight
is
up.
like slapping the face? If my brain did that, I would slap you, Zack Films. Like, boy, it looks...
punishes you by making you feel like you're getting thrown off a
Boy, why your brain work your mouth?
skyscraper to wake your ass up. And as you reach the ground,
Alright, your brain is trying to fall you down, trying to wake you up, and then you wrap yourself in a burrito, and the Mexican guy was pulling a BB gun, playing Mexican music,
if you go to
and explode himself. What's next?
McDonald's sells 6.5 million burgers every single
Oh,
day. And
really?
since each burger patty weighs less than a quarter pound, one cow can produce nearly 3,000 burgers from its meat. That means McDonald's uses approximately 2,000 cows every day.
Yeah,
just
every
to
day.
keep up with global demand for their burgers. But if we take an average U.S. fat mom, she can eat the entire lunchroom, half of McDonald's.
Why does Ronald McDonald's dancing right next to the lady? Boy's like, boy's big back. Big back, big back.
And
Boy's,
a clown in just one sitting.
she ate
So,
the,
to prevent global
wait, she ate the chair and the table at Ronald McDonald? Bro, she's gonna walk to a car and just like, sitting down like it's during a global warming.
starvation, you need to use a Tsar nuclear bomb.
Really? How you have to do the Nassar nuclear bomb at McDonald's? Obviously, you're gonna make some arson. Like, this is not World War III. Gosh.
Would a grenade explode if crushed
Right.
by a hydraulic press?
Oh, you have
See,
to be
when you
careful
pull
with
the
those
pin on a hand
grenades. You have to be careful with the grenades. If you press them, it's gonna explode.
It releases a safety lever that allows the striker to hit the primer, which ignites a fuse, as the
Alright.
fuse burns down and makes it explode. But if you crush it with a hydraulic press, this system won't work because the grenade would just slip. Would a grenade explode
Why is
if
going to
crushed by a
like knocking the lab and put it in the scientist's butt and explode? Like, bro, that's messed up.
An American soldier hid inside a fake plastic sheep alongside with his M4 machine gun during the war
Wait!
in Afghanistan. He did this
How does like the sheep like? How does like the guy know it's a fake sheep and have a gun in it? How does a sheep like shoots the Afghanistan person like in a war?
to kill a Taliban leader. And when the day came and the unit approached the
This
area,
guy's humping the Taliban leader, bro.
he prepared to take the shot.
Oh gosh! The Afghanistan guy is just trying to hump on the sheep with a gun. That's
An
disgusting,
American soldier
bro.
hid inside a fake plastic sheep alongside with his M4 machine. He broke the train control joystick by falling asleep. He didn't have time to wait for Spidey to save him, so without hesitation, he jumped on the dashboard by using his own joystick.
Wait, how does Spider-Man was eating his pizza not to like saving people? And why he's like shaking his butt on joystick? That bus driver.
He cut
Wait, hold
open
on.
the whale.
Hold up.
He broke the train control joystick by falling asleep. He didn't have time to wait for
Bro,
Spidey to save him.
that sounds very loud, the train. And why Spider-Man is eating his pizza because he's about to save the day. He's gonna save the day, not eating his pizza.
Without hesitation, he jumped on the dashboard by
Bro,
using
why
his own
is
joystick.
wiggling his butt
This
on the
almost
joystick?
stopped the train.
Oh, nasty! Okay, why does Spider-Man got onto the train and trying to hump on the guy, the train driver? Bro, it got exploded. Now they are exploded. Right now. Oh,
He cut open the whale, hoping to find the hidden treasure. You see, Norwegian
Right.
fishermen used special harpoons to capture whales
Okay.
without killing them. No, please. In 1734, a fisherman named Mike Oxmall caught a strange whale.
okay, there's no way in 1734 a guy named Mike Oxmall. Like, that sounds like, if you say like at least 10 times, you're gonna say something disgusting.
A little boy nuclear bomb. He cut open
Why does the whale got like a big like grenade and explode him on a video? That doesn't make sense. Say something, real sentence, bro.
I'm just a guy.
Okay.
Start by grabbing both sides of the shoelaces with 3 fingers. On the left side, you go down,
Oh, this is how to tie your shoes.
over the top. Then, with your right hand, you go over the top and under. Now, grab the opposite end of the loops and pull through. In a quick second, you tied your shoes. But there is even a faster way. Before this process, simply step on a German bouncing Betty. Start by
Okay, that's not how to tie your shoes. You gotta correct and not put your shoes on the stick and try to on a German rope and got hit by a grenade. That's not how it works, buddy. That's not how
They
it
start
works.
by placing a tire to an old diesel engine.
Oh, this
Then
is-
one guy grabs the rope
All right, this
that
is.
wrapped around
I
his
think this is a game of an Indian. All right, let me show us the real one.
starter and runs.
Okay.
Once the engine is started, another guy gently hits it with a stick. The tire will run away at very high speed.
Look at
Finally,
the-
the last guy would put a ladder in front of him to hit the tire, make it fly trying to hit a tower behind him.
Okay.
This Indian game is called Samaya Mantha Pizza Kebab Curry Mohammed.
Okay, it says Sakpaya Pizza Muhammad. Like, bro, why the guy got into the Indian like spinny wheel and throw himself? Like, boy is like a blazer.
Bro, are you drinking a Celsius right now?
He slammed the money down and asked, "Change these, you dumb used dishwasher?" Fortunately, the poor old lady was almost deaf, so she opened the cash register to
Nasty!
take
She
out
didn't
some
take a
$20
shower for
bills
50
and said,
years.
Here they are, honey. Is there anything else I can do for you?
The man realized he had an extra bill and took a moment to think. Man, that lady was so nice to me. I can't take the piss out of her. You're a gangster.
Why there's a demon like bat in it? And trying like, to call him a gangster? To not gonna like take a lemonade himself?
Let this opportunity slip by. Take the money.
No, I can't. Excuse me, ma'am. I think there's a bill missing. He slammed.
Bro, Bro look like he's gonna saw a demon bat gonna scream and run away like Tommy Fury. This is the last one.
Two people place their fingers on the triangle and let themselves.
Oh wait,
be
this
guided.
is Mario.
In the center of it lies a glass lens that makes.
This is like Mario Oja. I think that's how it works. To do that.
On the
Right.
Ouija board
S?
visible. You see,
Wait, on
participants
the
generally
Ouija
start
board?
with simple questions, and the triangle
Did
moves
you
according
fart?
to the answers given by the spirit. But you don't always meet good spirits. Using the board is not recommended. If you ask, "Charlie, Charlie, are you here?" make sure you
Okay, why this dude is like working on the people like with his butt. Okay, so we're finished with that. We're gonna check her YT story. It's a Zack Films video. But is a female one. So we're gonna do this one. Why does she have the knife?
My phone rang, and when I answered, it was the police. They told me they found my son in the middle of the
Okay.
road, driving his Paw Patrol car straight into the traffic. And when they stopped him,
Okay.
blocking traffic, they ran out and asked what he was doing. That's when they noticed he was scared and crying. He told them his sister wasn't okay, and begged them to help him get to the police station. Apparently, after I left her to watch him for the day, they started watching Paw Patrol on the couch. He was so excited, but in the middle of the show, he heard something. He turned around and was horrified because his big sister was on the couch having a seizure. He tried to help her, but nothing was working. He was too short to reach the phone, so when he saw his
It's like a
car, he
mystery.
knew what he had to do. He hopped in his car like they did in the show and started trying to get to the station. I rushed home and saw him in a blanket with an ambulance outside. I ran inside, praying she was alive, and that's when I saw her on the ground unconscious. They were doing CPR, and I watched as they did everything they could do to save her life. Finally, at the last second, she gasped. A few more seconds and she would have died. Paw Patrol saved her life. My phone rang,
Okay,
and when I answered, it
so
was the police. They told me they found my son
here's
in
my
the middle of the
second
road,
one.
driving his.
Okay, here's my second one. There's a kid who's having a knife. Like, holy cow.
I saw a full cucumber poking out of my student's backpack.
Wait,
I just
that's not
laughed, thinking
a
it was some weird new
knife,
trend.
it's a
I wish I knew how
cucumber.
dark the truth really was. Because the next day, she brought in a bag of raw carrots. Wednesday, a whole head of broccoli wrapped in foil. Thursday, her backpack was so filled with celery and a whole eggplant that it wouldn't even zip. I had
She
no
probably
idea what a
is
second grader was doing
vegetarian.
with so many vegetables. So on Friday, when she got up to sharpen her pencil, I peeked into her open backpack. Sitting right on top of a zucchini was a full-sized kitchen knife. I pulled her into the hallway and told her to open the bag.
dang.
She started crying before the zipper was halfway down. My friend is too poor to eat vegetables. He asked me to bring in vegetables and cut them small for him with a knife. He made me promise not to tell anyone because he was embarrassed about it, so I couldn't do it at home in case my mom caught me. So I've been bringing the knife to school. I had to
Why, bro, why she bring a knife to school? Like, I think she might gonna turn into a lockdown. Wait, bro.
a knife because rules
crazy.
are rules. But the school counselor took one look at Julius's file and got his whole family signed up for a food assistance program by the end of the week. I saw a full cucumber.
Okay, so this is so there's another gender of the YT story. There's another one is like his YT story. Cause it does make sense because it is, but there's different ways because it's for man and males and females. We're gonna see some weird things.
When they tried to put my brother with Down syndrome in prison, I burst out laughing. We couldn't afford to put my brother in a special program, so he was bullied constantly. He'd always just smile until he learned to middle finger people when they were mean, and when he made
Wait,
everyone
they
laugh at
pull a
them.
middle finger? Wait, he's pulling a middle finger at his friends?
They decided they needed to get revenge. He was walking with my mom, and a group of them decided to terrorize him. What's up, Extra Downy? They threw basically every chromosome joke at him they could, but when that didn't work, they moved on to my mom. She was pregnant, and they all threw things at her. Trying again, huh? One monkey baby wasn't enough? She was begging them, please stop, I'm pregnant. But they did not care one bit. She felt him clench her hand harder, and she was so scared, she started tearing up. My brother stayed calm, but the second he saw her starting to cry, he completely lost control. He immediately screamed, sprinting towards them full of rage. They were shocked, and he grabbed one of them, body slamming him onto the ground. The rest of them ran away, trying to get the attention of nearby police. He yelled, "You hurt mama!" and he literally wouldn't stop swinging. The police had to grab them and cuff him. When the other kid's face was unrecognizable, they screamed.
Why he punched that kid?
Put him in jail. The judge took one look at him sitting there smiling and let him walk free. And as they screamed, he gave them his signature move. When they tried to put my brother...
Holy cow, he's pulled another middle finger on a parent. Or what the kind of glance is that? What kind of glance is that?
I knocked out the smallest, weakest kid in school. While I was bench pressing, he cracked my ribs with a 5-pound dumbbell.
Whoa!
And smiled. That was Chester. He was 4...
Dang, you cannot do that at a 5-pound dumbbell. Mostly it's like a little weak.
11, 85 pounds, and was the worst bully I ever met. His two brothers were 6'6", 300 pounds of pure muscle. Nobody touched Chester because they were terrified of his big brothers. I told the teacher, but he never believed that Chester had the strength to actually hurt anyone. I walked around with two cracked ribs for 3 months.
Why does he is like strict? That principal.
I couldn't laugh without wincing. A week later, my history teacher stepped out. Chester whispered into my ear, "Have you ever felt a tiger's claw?" Then he stabbed a pencil an inch deep into my
Whoa!
back.
This dude is a murderer.
Bled out onto the floor and everyone gasped. I needed 7 stitches. My teacher asked the class if anyone saw it. Every single student looked away. Chester smiled again. He was loving this power. PE baseball. Chester slammed a metal bat across my knee. I limped for a month.
Whoa,
I still feel it when it
he's so...
rains. I didn't tell my mom.
so
I didn't tell
mean.
anyone. I knew I had to handle this myself. So I started kickboxing. 5 days a week for 6 months straight. I sparred with semi-pros. Got beaten up badly at first. Then slowly started landing shots and earned their respect. I stored every one of Chester's hits in the back of my mind. I had a college scholarship and couldn't afford to risk losing it, so I waited for the last day of school. I walked up to him and said, "Hey."
So, here's the big thing. That, his YT story is like, because both of them they have the same thing in common, because his YT story is like for males, and here's the other thing. Here's the character development. He's ginger. He has red hair, and then the shirt says his, and then the pants is like green and yellow.
"Have you ever felt a tiger's claw?" He looked confused. Before he could say a word, I threw everything. Punches, kicks, elbows.
And then the same thing as her YT story. She has like red hair, and then a woman's like clothing, and have the same one is green and yellow. Is that her? And then a orange, yellow, and green pants. So
laid him out on the
they're both
concrete,
in the same comment.
bleeding out of his smug face. A
Whoa.
crowd gathered and went completely silent. Then his two brothers
That is
pushed
so
through
crazy.
the crowd and got in my face. "Try that shit on us. Go ahead, try it." I looked up at both of them and said,
Calm
"You
down,
might kill
dude.
me, but I'll take one of you with me to the grave. I swear it." They went quiet. Glanced
Bro, is he a psychopath?
each other, then walked away. For as big as they were, they had never actually been tested. Chester had 17 broken bones and ate through a straw for 4 months. No charges were pressed because even his own parents knew he had it coming. When I think about that day, I still get the warm and fuzzies. I knocked out the...
Okay. Alright, so I'm finished with the Zack D films and clones. So that'll be it. So see you later. Bye.